something is happening inside this small glass world that most people would never notice at first glance. In a simple lab setup, under ordinary daylight, life begins its quiet transformation. A tiny frog in its earliest form exists inside a controlled ecosystem where every movement, every change, and every moment unfolds slowly, almost like time itself has been stretched. At the very beginning, there is only a tadpole. It drifts through the water without urgency, without direction, moving only when the water moves it. There is no sense of purpose yet, only instinct. The glass around it holds everything in place, creating a small universe where survival depends on balance, not speed. In this same space, another tadpole is introduced. At first, they are unaware of each other, drifting independently in the same confined world. But slowly, their paths begin to cross. There is no competition, no aggression, only quiet coexistence. Over time, they begin to move in similar patterns, side by side, as if the environment itself is gently guiding them toward rhythm and balance. Inside this ecosystem, nothing exists without purpose. Floating particles become food. Plants provide structure and shelter. Even the smallest shift in temperature or water clarity changes how life behaves. What seems simple from the outside is actually a fragile system where every element depends on another. As time continues, subtle changes begin to appear. The smooth body of the tadpole starts to transform. Tiny limbs form where there was once only a flowing shape. Movement becomes less fluid and more intentional. It is no longer just drifting, it is learning how to exist between two worlds, water and land. Outside the glass, human presence remains quiet. Hands move slowly, notes are written, observations are made. There is no rush in this process. This is not entertainment, it is study. A patient attempt to understand how life adapts when conditions are carefully controlled and constantly monitored. Then the balance shifts. The water begins to change in appearance. Algae starts to grow, clouding the clarity of the environment. Instead of correcting it instantly, the system responds naturally. Snails are introduced. Small shrimp follow. Microscopic life begins to restore order again, cleaning, balancing, and continuing the cycle without interruption. Within this restored balance, development continues. One of the tadpoles begins its final transformation. A froglet emerges, leaving the water for the first time. Its body is no longer suited only for swimming. It hesitates, unstable on land, yet it moves forward anyway, driven by instinct rather than certainty. Time inside this glass world does not feel fast. Growth is not measured in seconds but in stillness. The young frog learns through repetition. It learns to jump, to pause, to react. Every failed attempt to catch food becomes part of its learning. Every moment of stillness is part of its survival. Even the world outside the tank becomes part of the system. Shadows passing by the glass, changes in natural light from a window, the quiet presence of humans nearby, all of it subtly influences behavior inside. Nothing is fully isolated, even in a controlled environment. Eventually, the transformation completes its final stage. What was once drifting life is now a fully formed frog. It no longer floats aimlessly. It observes, reacts, and survives with awareness of its surroundings. The change is complete, but the ecosystem does not stop. Because inside this quiet glass world, life is never truly finished. It only continues forward, reshaping itself slowly, one moment at a time.